What's up runners, Coach Holly here. We're talking about glute strength because you guys are getting injured from glute strength not being there in your running. You've gone to that PT or the doctor because you have sore knees or an aggravated hip flexor, maybe that chronic low back pain or even shin splints that just won't let up. All of these are different parts of the body, but they all seem to come back to the fact that your glutes are not working properly. You've probably heard it from other people before, but we're gonna make sure that today in this 5-minute routine, you know how to activate your glute strength, really build that up so that you have those muscles to support your running, your standing, and your sitting, so that the other smaller muscles and joints don't have to do it for you. In the end of the day, the glutes are made to be your powerhouse. They're supposed to do the most work, shock absorb for you, and ultimately make you a better runner. Let's jump in. So go ahead and bring it down to the mat here, you guys, or just the floor. Hands are gonna be by your sides. Right here, we're gonna start with that glute bridge raise, just lifting up. You're gonna press out of the heels. Just that very simple start to engage the glutes here. Whenever Morgan Nader, I tell you to push the hips forward when you run, this is a great way to remember what we mean by that, how to push them actually forward while using the butt to do it, keeping that core tight. Belly button just drags into the spine just a little bit. Make sure you can still breathe. Sometimes you'll see I lift my toes up to really force my heels to do the work. Last two. And good. You guys are gonna take it up now to a glute bridge march. Lift, and here we go. You're gonna drag one heel into the ground, other leg drills up to your chest. Goal here is to not sway the hips side to side, but you're keeping nice and stable. Breathe. That's 8, 9. Don't let those knees go in and out either. Really stabilizing. And belly button draws in. Last 6. Last 2. Good. Bring it down, a little shake out if you need to. We're gonna go down to a hamstring walk. You're gonna lift the hips up, tiny 2 walk out, tiny 2 walk in. You're gonna lift up right here. 2 steps out, 2 steps in, starting with the other leg. Left, right, left, right. Just like that for 10 reps. Working on the stabilization of those hips so that you're not wobbling around. This is going to be a good indicator of how much control you can have when you come up to standing. I think we have 3 left. Good, stay with me here. I know it burns those hamstrings. Last one. Woo. We're gonna give that butt a little break here. We're gonna flip over to work on some arch body rocks and a Superman hold. So lay it down. Hands are gonna stay right by the chest here, especially if you don't do this a lot. This is gonna be a good way to start. You're gonna squeeze legs together as much as you can, really tight. We're gonna lift up and then keep that belly button in with those legs, just like this. Lift and down. Working on engaging back here, but now we're bringing that back into it. Keeping that chest locked and loaded, and you're gonna keep the chin down. Because if you do this, we start working unnecessary neck and shoulder muscles. This is all about strengthening right here. And if it's getting sore quickly, that just means we got a lot of work to do on that strength. All good though, you're gonna keep doing this routine and be good to go. We're gonna take this now into a rock. You're gonna use these hands here to press back and forth. We're gonna get a little rowboat motion going right here on the mat. You're gonna do a little push off, squeeze the butt really hard, and rock forward. Trying to keep those legs together. Abs are on. 7, 8, good, last 2, and 10. All right, we are finishing with a little side plank for that glute medius. That is the part of the glutes that is usually the weakest in most folks, especially if you're dealing with hip injury like I was earlier this year. So, coming down here, how you're gonna do this, prop your bottom leg parallel to your elbow. So the forearm and the leg, the top of the leg are gonna be next to each other. You're gonna lift slightly off the ground until you feel that engagement. You'll know it when you find it. And the opposite leg will be out hovering in the air with that arm. So I pop it up, nice and small here. All that weight is in that shin and on this forearm. I lift and clock it right here. It's almost like you're sitting back folded. I'm gonna show you from the side here too so you guys can see. I'm just kind of hovering, really working the center of that glute. Maximus we know, minimus we know, that medius is what does really, really get weak for people, especially if you're struggling through injury. We tend not to have that engaged, which makes us a little bit more in pain, less used to that. Here we go. Breathe. Good, and rest. We're gonna switch sides here. One side's probably stronger than the other, which is totally normal. Again, we line it up right here. Arm and leg, out and hold. We got just 30 seconds to go of this routine. Good, hold it strong here. Set it back, let it burn. I know that this one hurts, especially if you've never done it before. I remember my first times doing this when I got that exercise from the PT regarding my hip injury, and it was freaking brutal. So I feel ya. Good, stay with it here, breathe. Last 5. And rest. Ooh, all right, you guys. Really good work. That was a quick routine, I know, but hopefully you're feeling the results soon. Remember, I want you guys to do this a couple more times with me this week. Drop in the comments how it went. And of course, if you're looking for more ways to increase that glute strength and understand how it relates to your running and how it can benefit you injury-wise, click right over here. I did another video on it. I will see you in there.